Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance, and today we're going deep into the art of Titan warfare. We're talking about how to build defensive Titan traps, those sneaky, unpredictable setups that can make even the mightiest attacker think twice before charging your line. Since the arrival of the elemental summoners, true Titan defenses have become rare. But if you understand how to build smart instead of simply maxing everything, you can transform your defense into a nightmare for anyone bold enough to attack it. Let's begin. Here are 5 top tips to build Titan defense traps and win more battles in Hero Wars Alliance. Tip 1. Don't always max out your Titan artifacts. Now, this might sound strange, but one of the biggest mistakes defenders make is maxing every artifact on every Titan. If you're a Titan attacker, sure, you need consistency. Max seals, max crowns, max weapons. But, even not maxed, you can perfectly be a Titan hitter. With proper training you achieve any victory you want. But if you're a hero attacker and rely less on your Titans for damage, you have room to get creative. A Titan's ultimate timing depends heavily on their health pool. Titans with slightly less health take proportionally more damage and gain energy faster, meaning they can ult earlier than their maxed counterparts. That single difference can completely change a battle. These are what we call dirty builds. And trust me, Guardians, dirty Titans terrify even the top royal guilds. Why? Because royal guilds often have fully maxed Titans. They can't replicate your trap builds in training, meaning your defense becomes unpredictable, chaotic, and dangerous. If you want to experiment, here's the rule. Keep your light and dark Titan seals around level 90 to 110. That's strong enough to survive early damage, but with just enough variance to trigger those energy timing traps. Test it with your guildmates, have them attack using standard counters, and adjust until your defense begins to flip expected outcomes. The best dirty Titans we've seen: Brewstar, Rigel, Mort and the super dark Titan Tenebris. But remember, Guardians, these builds are for defense only. Dirty Titans are far less reliable on offense but capable to do the job. Tip 2. Defend against Verdoc and the Earth meta. 2025 introduced the Summoners, and Verdoc's Earth faction has quickly become one of the most powerful offensive elements in the game. You've probably seen it yourself, a 300,000 power Earth team crushing a 650,000 light or dark defense. Brutal, right? But there are answers. First, Araji is your best counter. Earth Titans are weak against fire, and Araji's devastating skills can burn through them before they reach full synergy. Including Araji in your light or dark defensive core can completely shut down lazy Earth attackers who rely on their elements bonus. Second, Eden is another excellent choice. His subterranean prison can pull one enemy Titan underground, delaying the full 6 Earths synergy that Verdoc needs to dominate. That delay can be the opening your team needs to strike back. And finally, once your light and dark Titans are nearing their max builds, with crowns and weapons completed, you can sometimes rely on pure power. A fully maxed line of Rigel, Amon, Solaris, Tenebris, and Iari can hold off all but the strongest Earth teams, especially if Eden disrupts Verdoc's bonus at the right time. The lesson here: mix your elements. Force your opponents to think. Never make their choice easy. Tip 3. Manipulate max health values. This tip connects directly to the dirty build strategy, but goes one level deeper. Beyond seals, you can manipulate Titan health values through skins. By underleveling health skins, you can create traps that confuse offensive air timing. Among the main war Titans, Rigel, Brewstar, Solaris, Mort, and Tenebris, all have health skins. you don't need to max them. In fact, doing so can ruin your timing advantage. Level them carefully, somewhere around 15 to 30 is often ideal. Train your guildmates against your defense after every few levels to observe changes. If your defense starts surviving longer or forcing mistimed ultimates from attackers, you've built a true trap. It's subtle, it's clever, and it works. Tip 4, max your physical attack weapons. While you may hold back on seals or health skins, never neglect physical attack weapons. These artifacts bring enormous power spikes when activated, and on defense, that extra burst can completely swing a fight. Among the light and dark titans, Mort, Amon, and Tenebris all wield physical attack weapons, and we've never seen a reason not to max them out. Each activation amplifies your entire team's offensive pressure. Outside light and dark, other titans like Angus, Vulcan, Mary, Asherona, and Tidus also carry physical attack weapons that can turn battles in your favor. When those weapons light up, even a weaker defense can crush a stronger opponent through sheer burst. So remember, you can play dirty with seals, but play almost maxed with weapons. Tip 5, build counter traps. And hide them. Here's where things get fun. Every defense line has a known counter, but you can build a defense that counters the counter. Let's take a classic example. A common defense is Brewstar, Araji, Solaris, Mort, and Tenebris. The standard counter is a mirror line. But here's where the trap begins. If you use a dirty Brewstar on defense, with slightly lower seal or health, he'll ult earlier than expected, catching the attacking Araji in his wormhole and destroying him before he can act. Suddenly, the attacker's mirror counter collapses. But wait, what if they see that Brewstar's seal isn't maxed? Easy fix. You cover it up. Max Brewstar's crown and weapon to make it look like his seal is nearly done. From the outside, it'll appear as if you just need a few more levels in artifacts, nothing suspicious. Your opponent will underestimate him and walk straight into your trap. That, Guardians, is the mark of a truly cunning defender. Final words, mastering the art of the trap. So there you have it, Guardians, 5 top tips to transform your Titan defense from predictable to dangerous. The age of brute force is over. The new age of Titan warfare belongs to those who think differently, plan smarter, and dare to build dirty. Start testing these tricks in your guild training today. Watch how your opponents react when their usual counters fail. And when your defense starts holding against teams twice your power, you'll know your trap is complete. Because in Hero Wars, Alliance, victory doesn't always go to the biggest, it goes to the cleverest. If you found this guide helpful, give it a like, share it with your guildmates, and drop a comment with your own Dirty Titan setups, you might see them featured in our next episode. And if you're new to the Olympus Alliance channel, welcome aboard. Subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss our next breakdowns, team builds, and Titan meta updates. Together, we build stronger. Together, we win smarter. Stay tuned, stay sharp. And as always, salute and friendship.